Certified Truth TV. We're back. Certified Truth TV. We're back. Subscribe to this channel. It is Friday, March 24th, 2023. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. The ones that work hard get all the jewels. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Passport boys. Passport boys winning. I think passport bros are winning. Passport boys, passport bros. I think they're winning out here. Yes, sir. You know? All right, let's talk about it. So the passport bros phenomenon. Let's find out why.
You know what the best thing about the Passport Bros is? That women have came out and said, yeah, we're joining this movement. Women have been like, yeah, I left the country to find my husband. That's how I got the man I'm with today. Or women been like, I'm joining you guys. I'm leaving the country now to go find me a husband. And they're mad. They're making hate videos. They're just gonna be like, well, you're just mad. No American man wants you. Why are y'all mad that women are doing it too? You know what the best thing about the Passport Bros is? That women have came out and said, yeah, we're joining this movement.
No, nobody's mad. Show us your results. Show us your results. Stop talking on the internet.
You know what the best thing about...
Like, just show us.
The only reason...
Hold on.
Let's talk about passport bros. Let's talk about the, let's say, female culture in my country, Italy. So in Italy, the woman normally is the nucleus of the family. She's like the mafia boss. Let me explain better. Although the man, in many cases, is the facade of the family, the woman is the one that takes all the decisions of whatever is happening to the family. If she does disagree on something, the whole family has a problem. So if the man wants to change something about the family, the man has to convince the woman. And in many cases, this relationship between the man and the woman of the family is still...
Okay, sir. The men are the prize. Clearly.
New phenomenon.
I can cook, I've been
doing a deep dive on the...
Let's see. I might have to go on YouTube and grab some.
My take on Passport Bros.
Grab some.
No, I found out about it. It was on TikTok.
We played
No
that.
wonder why Passport Brothers exist.
No, I found out about.
Whoops.
No wonder why Passport Brothers exist.
Super attractive.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what I would do. I would make her my wife. I would ask her to marry me and then make her my wife. You say you are a feminist. You're 100% a feminist. You look. You heard me say that. You heard.
Make her my wife, like.
Yeah, because that's what I would do.
Like, I'm an equal human, a woman. It's
You-
not about
you
just
say
wanting to
that.
Make her your wife.
Obviously, she would want to be
She
my
has
wife.
her own life. She wants to be your wife too.
Yeah, of course.
That's
But
what he
she's
just
not-
said.
She goes to clubs.
That's
She
what he
does
just
your
said.
makeup.
No, she's not
She
gonna want to
doesn't
go to
take
clubs.
pictures.
She's not
Yeah,
gonna want
she
to go to
does.
clubs.
That's
No.
right.
Yes.
No,
Here's the thing,
no.
that's a non-negotiable for me. And
No. Any woman that is a wife, she's not going to want to go to clubs every weekend with her girls. She's not going to want to do that. She has responsibilities. She has things that need to be done. So,
Things like
a
I'm strong,
independent
independent. I
woman.
don't need no man. Like, y'all impress me.
Fucking too well, gentlemen and ladies.
Marriage.
Okay, well
if
then,
I find a
good
woman, if there's plenty of women out
Good
there that
luck.
don't want to go to clubs all the time.
Thank you.
There's plenty of women out there that
Have
don't want
fun
to go to
with that,
clubs.
girl.
That's
and
right.
Little dresses and get hit on by guys.
That's
all the
right.
time. If I
No
find-
wonder why Passport
This is why I don't even bother going to the club.
Philippines, Thailand, like women can recognize
I don't like the beat on that.
the Philippines.
Okay, so hold on, let me see what we got. Like why should a man go out here and deal with this nonsense? Nobody can explain this, but I gotta digress for a second. I want to show you guys this video that went viral. It's up on WorldStar. This woman was so upset about her dog, she couldn't even control her dog. Take a look at this. And these are the people out here that's gonna tell you how it's gonna go. Take a look at this.
Why do so many folks over 40 with type 2 start walking like this?
Biden.
If you take metformin and notice a sudden loss of strength in your muscles, especially your legs, then
Why
pay
can't I
close
skip
attention.
this?
Now, many people...
Okay. And Biden is in Canada. I think Biden's coming to get me because I clowned him so bad. Biden is in Canada, so I think he's coming to get me. He's with Trudeau. Anyway, this is a modern woman controlling her dogs. Oh, they're losing so bad. They can't even.
Tracking script will increase your ROI by 20 to 30%.
They can't even control their dogs, bro. Come on, man. Now let's get to YouTube. Let's see what we got. See what else I can pull up for you guys. Let's see. Okay, 4 hours ago. Okay, so it says Becky exposed the real reason why passport boys no longer have dating options in this country. Oh, this is Cynthia's G channel. I just want the video though. Hold on, let's see if I can get the video. This would be a remix video. Hold on a second, let me see. Hold on. Okay, let's see. We can pull this up. Okay. Let's listen.
They know their position. They're not trying to be the man like black women are, and they know how to keep their mouths shut. Because we couldn't have possibly developed a whole term for how aggressive white women act in public. Because obviously, these white women just knew how to keep their mouths shut. Like, do you not understand how silly you sound? But let's break it down even more. Now, I'm going to go ahead and speak on personal experience to the white women that I have encountered. They are loud. They are aggressive as fuck. And they will not think twice about weaponizing the police.
I've already said this.
Especially against black men.
I've already said all of this. I've already said all of this. I've been saying this for years now, man.
The police and
I've been saying this shit for years.
And fabricate domestic violence.
I've been saying this for
against
years. I've been saying this for years, man. Let's keep going.
I have seen white women completely cut their child off from their blackness.
I've been saying this for years. Literally been saying this for years.
Racial children and denying them any access to their black family. I've seen white women abuse black men. I've seen them sick dogs on black men.
Yes.
So if you want to put white women on a pedestal and you want to act like black women are the problems, white women we can set you right. Your misguided idea that white women are somehow submissive, respectful, they know their...
Yeah, some of them are submissive until you do them wrong in their eyes, and then they'll fuck you over. That's how it works.
Place. They
In
know
this
how to
country.
be quiet. I've got news for you. That is your fetishization talking. That is your misogynoir talking.
That's why I said
There's
the
no
other
woman
day.
on this planet
That's why I said the other day, do you have a fetish? And they're like,
is inherently more or less submissive based on the color of their skin.
I've been saying
Women
this,
that
man.
choose to be submissive to men do so when there is a man willing to lead and do his job as a man. If you're not running into women that want to submit to you, it's because you are not worthy of submitting to.
Now, this is where I disagree.
Men that give women the safety, the leadership, and the trust to be able to be soft and feminine
Give women the leadership, the trust for them to be soft? What are you talking about?
will get soft and feminine women. In fact, the black women that I have dated have been some of the most soft, feminine, and shy people I have ever met. I wonder why you're not running into that type of black woman. I wonder why men like you only somehow run into combative black women. It couldn't
Because it's a culture?
be that you're the one making them combative. It couldn't be that you're the one making them feel unsafe. It
These
couldn't
guys
be that you are not worth submitting to. And I'll tell you, a lot of brothers that have chosen to date white women based on this weird fetishization bullshit have fucked around and found out. Y'all are really gonna have to wake up and realize that when you gaslight women, when you disrespect them, and you do not give them places to be safe, it does not give a fuck the color.
Okay, that's enough of this clown, this bozo. I got an audio by Joe Rogan that I think my audience would like to hear. Now, this is great. I think you should go over and check it out, but here's the audio.
With summer coming up around the corner, I'll be using Genucel's powerful
Hold on
retinol.
a second. Take a listen to this. We got to skip ahead a bit.
Unless the women are extremely cloistered, as they are in some cultures, where they're like, they cannot leave the home without a male bodyguard.
Right.
But affairs happen in all cultures, and so.
Some coffee?
Sure, I'd love some.
All right.
Thank you.
So affairs happen in all cultures.
Yeah, affairs happen in all cultures, and so a competing hypothesis about why, and this is the one I'm currently putting my money on, if there's a horse race, is what I call the mate switching hypothesis. And this is the notion that women who are in relationships, where the relationship is going south, perhaps the partner starts out looking promising but has failed to live up to his promise. Perhaps he becomes an alcoholic or a drug addict or loses his job or starts abusing her, starts beating her up. That women use affairs as a mate switching device, either to divest herself of her regular partner or to trade up in the mating market to someone who's more desirable, or to make it easier to transition back into the mating market on the assumption that she'll be able to find someone more desirable out there. And so there's at least a fair amount of circumstantial evidence that supports the mate switching hypothesis, like the one I just mentioned. Women, with 79% of women becoming emotionally involved or falling in love with their partner, this suggests, it's not just, I'm seeking transient attention, as you mentioned, that some women might do it for that, of course. But it suggests that they're forming a long-term attachment to this other guy rather than their regular partner. So here's another one. And this may seem like super, super obvious, is that women who are unhappy with their regular relationship, either sexually unhappy or generally unhappy with their overall relationship, they're more likely to have affairs.
There it
It
is.
seems like the most obvious thing in the world, right? Yeah, sure. Tell me something your grandmother couldn't tell you. You're unhappy in the relationship, you're more likely to have an affair. But it turns out the same is not true for men. That is, there are at least some studies that show that if you compare men who have affairs with men who don't, there's no difference in how happy they are with the relationship. And that's why you can have men, and this to bring up, movie star examples, this is an older one, but Hugh Grant was involved with Elizabeth Hurley. I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
that one. And he's like having sex with a prostitute in L.A. Why is he cheating with Elizabeth Hurley? Kind of crazy. Now, in that case, the male motivation for affairs differs on average substantially from the female motivation. And that is that men have this tremendous desire for sexual variety, meaning a variety of sex partners. Men tend to have a higher sex drive in general, on average, and so they try to satisfy. So even men who are involved with or married to classically beautiful women sometimes have affairs, and people are very puzzled by this. But that desire for sexual variety is what drives most men into affairs. And so there's a dramatic sex difference in why men have affairs, with desire for sexual variety pushing most men into it. You know, it's like, I think it was Chris Rock said, you know, men are only as faithful as their opportunity. You get a low-cost opportunity, a lot of men act on it. You know, if you're like an academic, you're away at a conference, you're in a different town, you know, some fall into bed with someone else, one night stand, a brief affair, and that's that.
Hold on, let me see if I can find the part.
Do things that other people might find reprehensible or immoral, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Immoral.
Yeah, and
Hold on, let me find the social media one.
business entrepreneurs who are,
Hold on.
in this parlance, an adaptive male tactic formula around, and so this is another alliance formation.
Yeah.
And so, and they're much more valuable in that sense than they are for sons.
Yeah. Here's something that I really wanted to talk to you
Okay,
about.
here it is.
Because I think it's a new thing in the world.
Here it is.
It is social media.
Thank you.
And social media's effect on relationships and the way people are marketing themselves.
Thank you.
Because, you know, I have seen friends that have these relationships with people that they, like their significant other has a Instagram page, for example, where every single pose is sexually suggestive.
Thank
They're
you.
in a committed relationship, but every single pose is them of their ass, their butt in the air, their arched back, they're covered in sweat.
Let's stop it.
You know, they're wearing lingerie, they're wearing...
And this is Joe Rogan. This is Joe Rogan saying this. Joe Rogan literally talks to people that are scientists, doctors, lawyers, with a good perspective. Now listen to what he's saying. Oh man, this is crazy. Look at this. This is what he's talking about. So imagine if this woman right here was in a relationship with a man. She's doing this on a dating streaming service. This is crazy, right? Oh man, this is crazy. Okay, let me keep going. This is crazy, bro. This is Joe Rogan.
You know, very small outfit. They're in these suggestive poses. I'm like, you're signaling to try to get more mates. You're putting out this very clear signal that you're available and that you're looking for a romantic partner. In fact, you're horny and you're ready and you're willing, and there's not even anybody there with you, right? Which is kind of wild.
Look.
What I would imagine that would put a tremendous strain on a committed relationship.
Thank you.
If you are committed to someone, and then you're like, well, let me see what my wife is up to, and you go to her Instagram page, like, Jesus Christ, woman. Like, where every day she's essentially throwing the bat signal up for...
It wouldn't be
men.
me.
No.
It wouldn't be me. And I'm telling you guys, don't let that be you. Because as soon as you let it to be you, you're going to wish you weren't disrespected like that. So, hey, this is where we are. Let's keep going a bit. There's a little bit more on what you're
Well, I
hearing.
imagine most men in committed relationships would be rather alarmed at discovering that.
Thank you.
But it's happening a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I have friends, more than one, whose wife or girlfriend does this.
That's what I'm saying.
And what's your guess? Why are they doing that?
Well, I think it's what we talked about before. There's narcissism.
Thank you.
There's some sort of a lack of attention, a fundamental lack of attention in the development cycle that's led them to desire an exorbitant amount of male attention as they
Thank
get older.
you.
You know, it's almost like their cycle was interrupted as they were young. It had never fully matured. Whether their father wasn't around,
Thank you.
whether their father was abusive, either physically or sexually, or like whatever it is that's causing them to desire an exorbitant amount of male attention.
Attention. Yeah.
That's
And
it.
then it becomes, and then the other part of the problem is it becomes a business. You know, because a lot of these women, they will then start. Do you know what an OnlyFans is?
Yeah.
So they'll then start an OnlyFans, and so men will subscribe.
I won't subscribe, Joe Rogan. No, I won't subscribe. I've never paid for an OnlyFans in my life. But let me say this. Most of these chicks are validation whores. And you got to be able to be cold and calculated to see this, man. I'm just keeping it real. Let's keep going. But he's right. Oh, the writing's on the wall, man.
To get small messages from them, or you know, to get individualized photos or videos from them. And these women make an extraordinary amount of money.
Some do,
And
some
it's
don't.
really quite shocking. So they're making, you know, way more than they've ever made in their life doing this, but yet they're in a committed relationship with man. And so the man has to deal with the fact that not only is his woman out there, like on display, but she's signaling that she's desiring better mates.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and I think your point about some developmental issue.
And this brings me back to Passport Boys. The Passport Boys realize this, and they're like, yo, I'm going to dip. I'm going to get out of here, man.
Is relevant. We do have empirical data on attachment styles. So basically, there are these, they call them 3 different attachment styles, which is an oversimplification, but securely attached. So, you know, do you tend to trust other people? You feel confident in a stable relationship. There's anxious attached, which is you're always worried your partner's gonna leave you or cheat on you, or maybe you have a history of partners leaving you or cheating on you. And then there's what's called ambivalent attachment style, where there are people, both men and women, who they don't really want an intimate romantic relationship. They kind of avoid. If someone gets too close, they kind of push them away. And in studies of infidelity, the securely attached have the lowest rates of infidelity, and I guess probably the lowest rates of these Instagram posts or OnlyFans vocations. Whereas, and then the second is the anxious attached, but the most is in terms of infidelity rate is the avoidant attachment style. And so women with that avoidant attachment style are also likely to be high on narcissism and probably engage in that behavior. And also,
could you please explain avoidant attachment?
Yeah. So these are people who don't like close, intimate relationships, and so they avoid them and try to be. If it gets too close, they push them away. They want to maintain their independence. And so even if they're married, there's this distance, there's always this pushing away of the other person and of intimacy, psychological intimacy with that other person. And so these are, women who are more likely to engage in short-term mating and more likely to have affairs if they're in a long-term mateship.
Now, there have been studies done on those type of people. Is that because those women have experienced abusive relationships in the past, and they're worried about being committed to someone because that person then starts to put restrictions on them, and gets very jealous and very mean to them?
It's a good question, and we don't know. So there's some speculation. So the dominant thinking, which I don't necessarily subscribe to, is that it really stems from the mother-infant attachment bond. So if you have like a mother or other parental figure who wasn't there for you, who was erratic and so you couldn't rely on them, then the notion is that the infant learners, they can't rely on other people, so they better do stuff by themselves or on their own.
That makes sense.
And the idea is that attachment style, which some claim gets fixed in infancy, then carries over into adulthood when you form romantic relations, and so the anxious or secure or ambivalent attachment style in infancy gets transported into adult. That's the theory anyway.
But that completely makes sense. If your parents were never around, or they weren't reliable, they're shitty to you,
Yeah. The reason I just want to add a note of an asterisk by that is that, there is a correlation. They do find a correlation between the infant attachment style and the later adult attachment style, but parents are also contributing genes as well as environment. And so it might be that the parents who themselves are kind of inconsistent, not there for the kids or whatever, and are off maybe having affairs on their own or whatever, transmit genes to their children that dispose them toward those styles, as well as an environment. And so studies haven't been done to try to disentangle the genetic effects versus these parental effects on attachment style.
Interesting. If you were going to study social media and its impact on dating strategies,
Here we go.
One of the things that would be really fascinating is the amount of options.
Thank you.
Like, if you're a single person today,
Thank you.
and you have an Instagram page where you're trying to present yourself as an attractive mate, one of the weirder things today is manipulation, right? Like, people are using filters.
Told you.
And they're using these deceptive tactics that change the shape of their body.
Thank you.
Change the shape of their face, the tone of their skin. I mean, it's really pretty extraordinary when you see what can be done with these filters. And so there's that, which is to signal to others that they are more attractive than they actually are physically. Then there's virtue signaling in the form of what they write in their posts, whether they're proclaiming their support for climate change or Black Lives Matter or whatever. They're trying to put themselves into a moral high ground position.
Yep.
And then there's the sexually suggestive poses that go along with that. And hilariously enough, oftentimes you have all three of those things combined.
Yep.
Like, they're trying to go for the coup de grace. They're in their underwear with their butt up in the air, talking about social issues while they're using a filter.
Yeah.
And it's.
See, look.
I would imagine that
Wow.
this platform.
Look.
Whichever one you're talking about, whether it's TikTok or Instagram or whatever, these platforms are fertile breeding grounds for all sorts of pathologies. Narcissism, sociopathy, like all sorts of bizarre behavioral characteristics that are encouraged by these social media applications and the impact that it has on people. Like, oftentimes, like, I'll just randomly scroll through my search feed.
Could I get some coffee?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you.
And I will find some person, just an average human being who, takes photos in their underwear, and they have 4 million followers, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of people. That's never been achieved before. Like, no one just hanging around, like, working at the post office has ever gotten 4 million Instagrams. But if you have a nice butt and you work out a lot and you take pictures of yourself, you can get 4 million followers.
Exactly.
So then you have direct messages from who knows how many thousands of men who are trying to hook up with this person and hook up with them.
Yeah.
And so that kind of interaction and that amount of dating options, it's like, this is an unheard of experience. This is an unheard of, like, situation for a young woman to try to navigate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that, the question you raise is really a big and important question. And to put it in an evolutionary context is, ancestrally, you would have been exposed to maybe a few dozen potential mates in your lifetime.
Yep.
You know, we lived in small groups. There was very limited geographic mobility. You couldn't say, I'm going to up and move to a different town. You know, you were basically limited by how far you could walk. So we were exposed to very, very few people. And so now in this weird modern environment, we have, as you mentioned, Instagram, OnlyFans, online dating apps, pornography
Here we are.
is another one.
Here we are.
Massively consumed, heavily by men. And so these inputs into our mating psychology, we don't know fully what they are at this point. There hasn't been long enough, and we don't know, there haven't been enough studies, but there have been some studies that show, for example, that men who are exposed repeatedly to images like the ones you describe on Instagram, repeatedly exposed to images of attractive and sexually attractive women, decrease their commitment to their regular partner if they're in a regular mateship. And so it actually has the effect of undermining long-term committed relationships. It also, I think, gives people the illusion that sometimes it's called, if you talk about single people, it's called decision paralysis, where, like they show this in stores, like where if you present 6 jams and say you taste 6 jams and people go, oh, I like this one, they buy a jar of jam. You present 24 samples of jams, people go, I can't decide, I'm not going to buy anything. And I think a similar thing is happening in the mating domain, is where people see these thousands or millions of potential mates out there, or think that they're potential mates out there.
There it is.
And I think it's caused a decrease in committed relationships.
Thank you.
We know. I can't definitively trace it to that, but we know.
Let me stop it there. So he's saying that there's a decrease in committed relationships. See the writings on the wall. I ain't gonna make up nothing. Been knowing this for a while.
Very certainly that there has been a diminution of relationships, romantic relationships, marriage, offspring production, where a lot of people are sitting in front of their screen, getting presumably some of their needs met through these online forums rather than in real life.
Thank you. Let me stop it there. This is why I always say in real life, because my whole life, 34 years living on this planet, I've always lived a real life. Now, because we have social media, I'm living in the digital world, so now I have to come on this platform and make content and do my thing. But this is what I mean. These people don't live in real life, bro. It's crazy. They live in the digital world. There's the real life world and the digital world. You gotta pick and choose. Pick and choose, my friend.
And I think that these
better pick and
are
choose.
likely to have fairly detrimental and possibly catastrophic effects long term.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. And when I came on YouTube and was talking modern women on dating streaming services, they said I was crazy. No, they're the crazy ones, because they don't even know what the truth is. And this is what it is. But cool. I'm not fighting them.
Psychology.
I know the information.
We don't know fully what they are at this point. There hasn't been long enough, and we don't know. There haven't been enough studies, but there have been some studies that show, for example, that men who are exposed repeatedly to images like the ones you describe on Instagram, repeatedly exposed to images of attractive and sexually attractive women, decrease their commitment to their regular partner if they're in a regular mateship. And so it actually has the effect of undermining long-term committed relationships.
Jesus.
It also, I think, gives people the illusion that sometimes it's called, if you talk about single people, it's called decision paralysis, where, like they show this in stores, like where if you present 6 jams and say you taste 6 jams and people go, oh, I like this one, they buy a jar of jam. You present 24 samples of jams, people go, I can't decide, I'm not going to buy anything. And I think a similar thing is happening in the mating domain, is where people see these thousands or millions of potential mates out there, or think that there are potential mates out there, and I think it's caused a decrease in committed relationships. And we know. I can't definitively trace it to that, but we know very certainly that there has been a diminution of relationships.
What's going to happen?
Romantic relationships, marriage, offspring production, where a lot of people are sitting in front of their screen, getting presumably some of their needs met through these
dopamine
online
effect,
forums rather than in real life.
Thank you.
And I think that these are likely to have fairly detrimental and possibly catastrophic effects.
Catastrophic?
Because even things like, from a male perspective,
wow.
What it means if you're spending all your time in front of a computer screen looking at
Look.
Instagram photos of women with butts in the air or pornography, you're not out there interacting with real women in real life, and so you're not developing the kinds of social skills you need to attract a real woman in real life.
Thank you. This is what I've been saying. I've been saying this shit for 2 years, and they said I was crazy. No, this is a PhD. Look, Dr. Buss, PhD and founding figure in the field of evolutionary psychology. Hold on, can I move that over? Yeah, I can. Evolutionary psychology, and a professor at the University of Texas at Austin. His primary research focuses are on human mating strategies, conflict between the sexes, and the psychology of prestige, status, and reputation. He is the author of several books, among them the Evolution of Desire, Strategies of Human Mating, and When Men Behave Badly, The Hidden Roots of Sexual Deception, Harassment, and Assault. I would buy these books. Shout out to him, but this is what I'm saying, man. I've been saying this for so long, bro.
And then also, I think the other thing that this creates is different forms of anxiety. So we know, for example, that a lot of the men suffer from dating anxiety. That is, they fear rejection.
You said you want to be a baddie.
Approach women. So it actually is the narcissists and the psychopaths who don't fear any rejection. They boldly go. But a lot of men do have, what I would call dating anxiety. Intimidated. And furthermore, even, and this is a speculation, but watching porn, I think, can have a detrimental effect on both women and men in the following sense is that we are a species that engages in social comparison.
Yep.
One of the things that we do, and I guess maybe when you were talking about envy earlier, of envy of other people's accomplishments, that's one facet of that. We compare ourselves to others, and it's a human nature kind of thing. How well am I doing compared to my neighbor or
that's what Instagram is a comparison.
So that if people are comparing themselves to what they're seeing on porn, then from a woman's perspective, she thinks, well, men are expecting me to be a sexual acrobat in real life, and so it's creating these perhaps detrimental expectations from women, and then men see these guys who can go for 45 minutes and who have schlongs that are, so I actually did some recent research. The average male penis is about 5.5 inches long, erect. The average porn star
that's small, bro.
8 inches long, with the 2002 record, top porn star guy, 13 inches.
2002?
2022.
Okay. I was like, I thought someone beat that guy.
Yeah. 2022. Yeah. The current porn star record holder is 13 inches. So, but if you just take the average, 8 inches compared to the average guy, so guys, you can imagine looking at this, well, I'm going to feel inadequate, compared to this guy, and maybe women expect this kind of performance and this level of general size and are going to be intimidated. And so I think that's going to create what I would call sexual anxiety. So even if they can overcome the dating anxiety, they might have anxiety about turning the dating relationship into a sexual encounter where they might feel, due to watching porn, sexually inadequate or unsure of their abilities. And so these things, we know anxiety tends to cause people to avoid the things that they're anxious about, which of course is the worst thing that you can do. I mean, we know one of the most effective therapies is for anxiety problems is cognitive behavior therapy, and causes people both to psychologically reframe the issue, but also expose themselves to the things they're afraid of. If you have snake phobia, the best way to conquer that is you do this successive approximations, and then you get to the point where you actually can handle a snake and you don't feel fear. And these specific types of anxiety they're very curable. I mean, there's something that we can't cure, like schizophrenia. We can deal with symptoms, but we can't cure them. But the specific anxieties, they've had very good success at curing. But the worst thing you can do is avoid the things you're afraid of. And so I think that these media exposures like Instagram pornography and even the online dating sites where
Thank you.
the similar forms of deception you mentioned,
Thank you.
The filters and
Thank you.
The images that are presented that are totally unrepresentative of what the person looks like.
Thank you.
They occur rampantly on online dating sites as well.
Thank you.
Of course. The other thing about online dating sites, and I've often thought about this with single people, is the amount of options that you have. It's so extraordinary that it's probably very difficult to get to truly know someone and just get to know them as an individual, because you're constantly fielding all of these requests from other people. And so if someone just annoys you even slightly,
Thank you.
On to the next.
Right.
And you're just swiping back and forth and trying to find someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, and on one hand, I would say it's better because you have more options. So there's the potential of finding that one person who really is a perfect mate for you. But on the other hand, the idea that you would just abandon someone at the slightest bad joke or the slightest
Disagreement.
Weird thing to do. Oh, this guy's not for me. And then bang, what else I got? I've 1,400 requests coming in on my dating app. Why would I spend some time with this guy, who only makes X amount of money, when this guy makes twice as much, and this guy looks like he's tall, and this guy's a better car, and this guy, look at his house. I'm going to talk to this guy. This guy's standing in front of his driveway of his gorgeous house. Like, that kind of stuff is so unusual.
It's not real.
For the human, for a human being who's a single person in the dating world, to have this kind of data, this kind of input, and this kind of stimuli coming your way. Like, there's really never been anything like that. And
Told you.
I am very curious. I mean, as a father of daughters, and as a man who grew up without the internet.
Same with me, Joe Rogan.
It's like for someone to
Same with me,
navigate
brother.
this world, because no one's done it before.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone successfully become an Instagram hoe and then went on to raise families and
Thank
show
you.
it has zero impact on the happiness of my relationship. Like, there's never been anybody like you before.
Yeah.
Like, there's never been a person who has 7 million Instagram followers just because they have a nice ass. It's really never existed before.
Never.
So, like, those people have to kind of navigate this extraordinary new thing on their own.
Without any guidance. Yeah, because it is. Yeah, and it's evolutionarily unprecedented.
Yeah.
And it's what evolutionists would call a mismatch. There's this phenomenal mismatch between ancestral and modern environments.
Yes.
That, as you point out, I think has some positive effects. Like, now you can meet someone. Maybe there's someone. We live in Austin, Texas, but maybe there's someone in San Antonio or Dallas or whatever that would be the perfect mate for us. And then we have that accessible now where we wouldn't in the past.
Right.
But at the same time, then it produces this decision paralysis.
Yes.
And the psychological stance that there's always someone a little bit better out there, which is why when people ask me for advice, and I'm not actually, I'm basically a research psychologist, so I'm not primarily in the advice-giving business, but I say meet the person in real life. Don't stop, DMing or messaging them, week after week after week, because you have to meet the person in real life before you really know.
And you have to meet them, I would imagine, more than one time before their act gets tired.
Absolutely.
Because people put on an act.
Well, yeah, not only that, many of the qualities that are critical for long-term mating success, you can't assess in one snapshot.
Right.
Like that. So things like emotional stability. How does this person handle stress? Are they moody or are they resilient? Many of these things require exposure over a long period of time and usually in different situations. That's why one other random piece of advice, which everyone should take with a grain of salt, is I sometimes encourage people, if they're getting serious about someone, to go on vacation. Like go to a foreign country where they don't know anybody, where maybe even they don't speak the language, and so they're kind of forced to experience some stresses, some ambiguity, some novelty, and then you can get a better gauge of how the person responds to the stress and to the novelty, as opposed to if you're just always, meeting in, at Cafe Medici,
Right.
for your
some glamorous place, you're having cocktails together and everything's perfect. Yeah, go to Guatemala.
Yeah.
Go backpacking.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the clip. So yeah, man, they can make up things. They can justify their nonsense. They can do whatever they say they're going to do. At the end of the day, when the rubber hits the road, they will learn, man. They will definitely learn how it's going to go. Because we're in a recession right now and they don't care. It's so funny to me. It's like you don't even realize that we're in a recession. Okay. Live in the delusion. Enjoy your thing. It is what it is.
What's up, little R?
This is crazy.
So what can I say? My titties are titties.
Hey, you gotta make it do what it do. So, what do you do?
And I do, and I do, and I do, and I do, and I do. Like work?
No, I'm just saying, like, what do you do?
Things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man. Like, y'all impress me.
Besides work.
I'm just a pimp. I'm just a pimp 7 days a week. Certified?
What's going on, man? So you're a pimp. How do you pimp men? I'm curious.
There's different ways.
But if you look like Queen Elizabeth, you wouldn't have no pimping skills, correct?
No.
So you're surviving off your looks. How's it feel? What's it like?
Or money. It could be either one.
You said what? It can be what?
It could be money too.
Yeah, but you're surviving off your looks. You're looking for a feminine man to build with. You're the man in the relationship, and you want a man to be a female in the relationship. That's what you want.
Maybe.
How's that working out? What's your dating prospects looking like?
So you say you a pimp.
See?
How's that going?
That's what I just said.
Huh?
I said amazing.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start it.
Are you still here? He's on no.
Fucked up big time. You're incapable of running this shit. Sick! You wanna play this?
Nothing.
I work at the airport.
Oh.
Okay.
what's up.
Restart. Certified, I think I remember you. You have a YouTube channel.
Look, it's the same dude. Moving on. I'm going to talk to somebody else. What? Say what? Did we click? I think we clicked on her. I can't remember.
I'm at the how you say it?
Yeah, we clicked on her. Let's click on her. Let's see. Did we talk to her? Did I talk to her yesterday? I can't remember. I think I did. I can't remember. Let's keep going. Let's go with this sister.
Yep, I'm not even at 1,000. Y'all get me to at least 1,000 hearts.
Hey, I love your hustle. I respect your game. You know what I'm saying? I love how you move, Devon. Keep it up. Stay you. Always be you. This is my last time tapping in for tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely wanted to come show love. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Find forgiveness. Find forgiveness in your heart for me, Devon. You know what I'm saying? I love you.
Oh, I love me too. So much.
You love yourself too. Why didn't you say you love him back?
Because I love myself. Are you a podcast?
So wait a minute. He said I love you. Then you said I love me too. Why don't you say I love you back to the guy?
Are you a podcast nigga? I'm asking.
Ma'am, you're not even answering my question. You're trying to ask a question but not answer my question. Just answer my question and I'll answer yours. Why didn't you respond and say you love the man back? He loves you.
Oh, you're answering my question.
Guys, this is what I mean right here. This is what the guy's talking about on Joe Rogan's podcast right here. She's going to pretend like she doesn't. She's going to pretend like she's incoherent. Incognito. I don't know. And she got a smoke detector going off. Crazy, man. Crazy, man. So, ma'am, it's great. It's great to love yourself because that's all you could love. You don't have the skills to love a man. You don't have the skills to love a man. Thank you. I don't care. Come slim me down.
You're not healthy.
Come slim me down. Come make me healthy. Bozo.
I'm saying, like, he looks like he has it moving.
Yeah, ma'am. That's all you can say. Your little slick insults. Ma'am, you don't even think healthy. You don't even think healthy, and you don't even respond healthy. You don't even act like you're healthy. Somebody says they love you, and because you couldn't respond, you couldn't answer my question for my response. You're gonna tell me? Wow. So if somebody out there that has cancer, you're gonna look at them and say they're not healthy? Get the fuck out of here, bozo. So basically what she's saying is when she goes and operates through her everyday life and she sees people in a wheelchair with crutches, they might have alopecia, whatever it is, she's judging them on their health and in their situation. Bozo. Actually, let's give her the bozo clip. Let's give her the bozo clip. Where's she? Where's the bozo clip? Like, man, this is what the man's talking about.
Bozo?
Can't answer nothing
No.
to you.
B-O-Z-O. Sorry. You've never heard of Bozo the Clown? No. How could you not know who Bozo the Clown is? I don't know, I just don't. How can you call yourself a clown and not know who Bozo is?
That's what it is? Wow. We see why we see what we see today. What's going on, man? Nothing much. If a man says he loves you, would you respond that you love yourself in the response? Or would you say I love you back?
I wouldn't say I love you back if I don't love him.
So you just wouldn't say I love you back, but you wouldn't respond like, okay, I love myself. Like the man literally said in this woman's stream that he loves her, and she says I love myself. Is that normal? Because I don't think it's normal.
There's nothing wrong with a girl saying she loves herself.
But what's wrong with a woman? What's wrong with a woman saying that she loves a black man back if he said he loves her?
Wait, now you just first you said a man, now you talking about black man. Is this a race thing? I'm confused.
No, that's what he said. But I'm past that, man. Thank you. Fuck nigga. What I'm saying. I'm so glad none of these dumb chicks could ever get $1 from me. I would not. This is why. Where did I go? I was driving by I don't know. I was in the restaurant district, and I was going by, right? And I'm like, so if this wave is working, why is there nobody in restaurants having dinner with people? The fucking restaurant scene is empty, dead, literally dead. So I know this. I'm not gonna save my money, I'm gonna save my money. I wouldn't take none of these broke, below average attitude chicks on a date. For what? For what? For what?
What?
That's crazy. What's going on, ma'am?
What?
So, guys, she's on a dating app in the shower. She's on a dating app in the shower. How is this normal? Oh, wait. Let me guess. She's doing that for views and money. I forgot. Man, you want to talk about people's health, man? You should go do and put another filter on your face and try to get rid of those blemishes. Make your skin a little bit lighter. Say, hey, I'm showing you guys diversity. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a programming. It's been a programming for a long time now. But they just too ignorant to realize it. Let's see. Actually, let me go over to Meet Me. You know, just too ignorant to realize. I don't like, man, listen. Those kind of people, they don't live in the real world anyway. You know, they don't live in the real world, man. They never do. They don't talk about nothing real. What they talk about? Why is this not? Okay, here we go. You say, hey, he loves me. Hey, I love myself. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. But why is a man that you don't date telling him that he loves you? Oh, he's doing it because you have to give him money. Or he has to give you money for you to interact with him? What a beta male. What does a man have to say he loves you and give you money for you to interact with him? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What's going on, ma'am?
How are you?
I'm doing well. Where are you from?
Puerto Rico?
Okay, cool. Are you in Puerto Rico right now?
No.
You're in the United States or like Canada or something?
In North Carolina.
Okay. Are you dating today?
What do you mean?
Like, are you?
I'm not streaming.
No, I'm saying, out in real life, are you actually out there trying to date a man?
No, I don't.
Why don't you want to be a man's wife?
I don't want to be a man's wife.
Why?
Because I've been married, so I already know how it is, and I don't want to be married anymore.
Are you interested in hooking up?
No.
Do you have kids?
I I do.
Okay, so you're a single mother? Yes?
I'm a single mother, but the father is there for them. So I'm not like a single mother like that run away.
Okay. So what do you do for
What
work?
about you? How are you? How you doing? Where you from? Are you married? Do you want to get married? You want kids?
Yeah, what's up with that, too? What about you?
Look at this guy.
Hook up? You want to get married?
Yeah.
Who does he look like? Oh, Jim Carrey. He looks like Jim Carrey.
I couldn't tell if I was white or black, you know, because I'm on my little phone.
Oh, wait, let me guess. I talk white. I forgot. Sir, you look like Jim Carrey. So what you talking about? What you talking about?
Kimberly? What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah.
Look, this pixelated clown.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to go back and talk to her. She looks good.
How are you today?
I'm all right.
Yep, she does. And she seems feminine, so
So are you from?
she might be winning on that
New
front.
York City.
But my ideology is this.
Love to get you killed. See this? It's like a bitch. You fuck a bitch. Don't let a bitch fuck you. You a man? You don't need nothing. No one to get you through. This bitch.
Special John. He's a gamer. He knows about all the games.
Yeah, it is Jim Carrey.
That's pretty good.
Jim Carrey look-alike.
So like Joe, you know, I retired fucking like 8 years ago.
Let me feel them! Stop, come on, Dad! No means no! I remember waking up.
In Connecticut, he's gonna be 17 next.
Hey.
So, ma'am, let me address Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, you're a bozo. You don't even have a job. So what you say and what you don't say, you're not willing to say it in real life. We know you're a coward. Now back to what I was saying. Where'd she go? What happened? What happened? What happened? I can't. So wait a minute. They can say something about me, but I can't respond back to them. Are you serious? I will never let that happen. I'm going to respond back. So going on to the next one. What? Well, I'm on a dating app. I'm not dating. Okay. Yeah, you have kids? Yeah, I have kids. Okay. Where's the father? What about you? It's like, okay. Anyway.
I don't know. See, I just don't know.
She's not even on camera. But did I talk to her before? Let me see. What's going on?
Hi, Certified Truth TV. Not much. We're just talking about, exes and things like that. Do you have any experiences with messaging your exes?
No, I don't. And I would never do it today.
Why? What's your...
Why? Okay, if I'm in a relationship with a woman and she does me dirty, why should I message her again? There's other women out there, younger, better looking than her. I can go get one of them.
What if she didn't do you dirty, though?
No, not 90. What is it? 70% of women leave relationships. So my prediction, I would think she would do somebody dirty. But you're not. But ma'am, you're not even on camera. So come on camera, put your big girl panties on, come on camera, and let's have a conversation.
I'm usually on camera. I just don't want to be on camera tonight.
Right. Let's go back. Well, I just don't want to. Okay, that's cool. Why would I go back? I was taught never to go back in a relationship. My big homie, he said, man, when a girl does you wrong, you never go back. I already talked to her before. And she's still on this shit. Ma'am, you're still on this shit? You're still on this dating app shit?
Oh,
Wow. Guys, this is perfection. This is what perfection looks like. Women that waste time.
Layla.
Don't worry, Layla. I'll leave. I'll show her the power that I can leave. Yes? Like what? Who does this? What's going on, man?
Yo, what's good? Hold on, I can hear you.
Nothing much. Do you fetishize about black men?
No,
Why not?
I don't like.
Can you handle a big dick?
A Mexican one, yes.
Okay. Are you in Mexico right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you trying to come over to
Are you
America?
from Mexico?
No. I'm in Canada, and I'm not bald like Caillou.
Oh, we're here.
Where is she?
Well, you can't even see her, but
She's in. You both are in Mexico right now.
yeah, that is correct. We're here, but we're just here for only 2 weeks.
So you are a United States citizen?
Yeah, we stay in Florida
We're in Tijuana.
right now.
Okay. Well,
Where are you from?
I'm in Canada.
Canada?
I mean, men are looking for wives. Do you want to be a wife? Are you ladies wives?
No. I already have one.
You're a wife.
I'm Muslim. Yes.
How long you been married?
Almost 5 years.
Let's see your ring. Let's see your wedding ring.
I was just in the gym. It's in my bag.
Wow.
Then with the homegirl fire, what's up with those two?
Like, you know what I'm saying? I try to get as much information, but it doesn't even line up. Doesn't even line up. Let's see if we can get I want to get a full call in, though. That would be better.
I'm cool with that.
Let's see if we can get in there.
I like to have a shorty. Yeah. If you're 5'2", let's see here. Well, oh, girl.
Is your coworker Opie. He is a burden of the state, deemed unfit for mainstream society. He is your superior.
Something before I add you.
Don't worry about it, certified truth.
He keeps talking about his ex. It's pissing me off. That's what.
How do you know?
I'm not dumb. I'm not a fucking dumbass.
I'm just gonna keep my thoughts inside.
Yeah, keep it inside.
Okay.
Is she gonna let me in?
I gotta do what I gotta do.
But there's no oxygen on Mars.
Yeah? That means there's no oxygen for him either. That Martian wants a fight, he'll get a fight.
Like real shit.
Let me out. So shut up.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I did a lot of work for it. What part do you like about the setup?
Well, I like the hip hop culture, Biggie on the back. I like all that. Then I like Bob Marley down there on the bottom left. And you get the Canadian flag sideways. Plus you fly in the red flag right there with the Red Sea. And the color schemes you got going with the evolving lights. It just catches the attention, bro. You got all sorts of aesthetics going on.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you noticed that, man. Thank you for the the compliment. I appreciate it. At least somebody recognizes it and appreciates it. Like shit.
Just quit.
So did you guys hear about 6ix9ine getting beat up?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
His fault.
You said his fault? So what part is his fault? Can any man come on social media and just say a bunch of shit, and then when they recognize you in real life, you just kind of say you're jumping me? Like, is that how it works? I'm confused.
I feel like if any man, period, has the balls to say shit about another man, period, that if they run into each other in real life, period, and hands get thrown, the one who flapped their yap got it coming.
That's right. Now, did you know back in the 90s, people used to like fight and then shake hands afterwards? They used to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nowadays,
I think that's how it should.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think that's how it should be. If a beef is with somebody, it should be somebody on somebody.
Mm.
But also, we live in a different time, and now people got pack mentalities. So now it's like, if you run your mouth, unfortunately, you're gonna have to deal with more than just one person.
Yeah, we do. We live in very dangerous times. I can name five. Yeah, five things that are dangerous. The first thing, our relationships with each other. We don't love ourselves. The media, the mainstream media, is manipulating us, gaslighting us. The pharmaceutical company makes millions of dollars, billions of dollars off of vaccines and other drugs for people that might not need them. And then the fourth thing is a recession is coming. We're already in a recession right now. That's why when they say inflation is so high and it's gonna be, they're gonna take care of it, they haven't done that yet.
You're forgetting the ultimate fallout between all that though.
What's that? Civil War?
Beyond that,
World War III.
Civil unrest
Yes.
everywhere,
Yes.
and World War.
Yeah. So you ever see the photos out in Paris? Did you see those? The protests?
From back in the 90s or early 2000s?
No, this is like a week. This is literally like a couple days, a week ago. They were protesting it. Their stuff was worse than Black Lives Matter, bro. Up there in Paris. Go look at it when you have time.
Yo, when Europe riots, they don't play.
They don't play, man. So we need to come together. We need to, respect each other. If you're a woman, we should, we would have to respect women. If you're a man, we respect you as a man. You know what I'm saying? But I notice on this app and this social media, people feel that they can say whatever about someone and then think that that's going to work in the real world. And I'm sorry, it doesn't work. I'm 34 years old, bro. I'm older than both of you guys.
I'm 33. You got a year on me.
Yeah, I'll be 35 35 in September. You know what I'm saying? I want to see people succeed. I really do. I want to see people succeed.
You said it right. The first thing you said, though, the relationship with the self. If one can't be honest with themselves in all areas and aspects of their life,
yes,
they cannot be honest with others in all areas.
Yes.
And as long as people, and Carl Gustav Jung put it pretty well about the shadow self. It's not necessarily a bad part. It's just a part that gets unacknowledged and unrecognized.
Yes.
So until people can accept that we are yin and yang, there's not going to be real progress. Because for some, I'm a good dude. Shut the fuck up. You a bad dude too. You just choose to put on the good dude. I'm a good bad dude. I got both sides. Who do I display? Who do I feed?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can be a superhero or a villain.
Or both.
Or both. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But what are we going to do about the dating situation, bro? You have any ideas? Because we need to start bridging the gap because we're going to be depleted, man. In the next 5 years from now, we're going to be depleted, bro, if we keep going down this path. We need to do something about it, man.
I hear that, dude, and I respect you, man. People are talking about where it's a key.
Well, thanks, man. But you're on that he's in the virtual reality world. That's what Mark Zuckerberg wants. He wants you to put the helmet on. Yeah. Put the helmet on.
Yeah, but we in the virtual world too. We just in a different aspect.
I feel you. I feel you.
We in a different one. I think with relationships, I'm not perfect, but I think listening, but sometimes I suck at.
Yeah, man. You just, No, listening is good, man. Listening is good. Being respectful is good. These are all morals, principles, and values that I grew up on. But since now, because we have social media, I guess it's all out the window now. So I'm just like, okay. I can always get disrespectful, but I don't even just do it online. I'm gonna do it out in real life.
I feel like there's I agree with that, but on top of that, I really feel like not secondary, but parallel with that would be a lot of people want to not compromise.
Yes.
They want it their way.
Yes.
And that's men, that's women, that's whatever fucking identity anybody wants. I don't give a fuck. The point is, people, as long as they don't want to compromise, think about it. You have one partner, you have two partners. If they go on like this, you don't get no meshing.
Yes.
There's none of that. It's just force on force.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like if people would be willing to bend here and stay strong here and bend here and then come together, you can be like a puzzle piece and make this shit work.
Yes.
But a lot of people, they don't want to. They just want to keep the ego, and not recognize they're really just destroying themselves.
Yes. 100%. See, I like you, man. I think you're cool. And I think the young lady, you know, I seen you talking to her. Keep talking to her. You're very smart. You're an intelligent young man. I mean, even though we're like the same age, but you know, you're very cool, man. Talk to her, give her the information, and you know, man, try to help people out, bro, because it's gonna get tough. It's gonna get tough, bro. Trust me. In the next few months, and then by the end of this year, you're gonna see a real change with everything. With social media, there's gonna be a lot of gaslighting, a lot of lies, and people are not like. There's already deep fakes right now, bro. They deep fake Trump getting arrested. People would actually look at that and believe that. They would really believe it.
Look at Putin. Look at right now on Putin.
Yeah, man.
They put out international arrest warrant.
I know.
President of Russia.
Crazy, right?
Really? Okay. So the world court's just gonna say, all right,
Yeah.
this shit warrants this kid. Okay, so we're not gonna have to fight the KGB and the Russian military, and then plus any hidden stash places that they have in the entirety of Mother Russia.
Yeah.
Going from, come on, bro.
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. They're getting rid of the petrodollar. Saudi Arabia acquires the petrodollar, and they make other countries use the petrodollar, which is American money, which is American currency, to purchase oil. Purchase oil, right? That keeps their country running. Saudi Arabia has now changed that, where they'll accept China's currency. This is something new. They're going to accept China's currency. Look up the thing called BRICS. BRICS is China, Russia, I think India, Iran. All these countries are aligning with each other to come against the West, to come against our country.
Okay, biblically, I'm not really too big biblically, like in prophecy and stuff. I mean, I do have my own beliefs, but not exactly the same. But that would be the dragon of the East. The formulation of a massive entity from the eastern side of the world.
Yes.
And think about the power dynamic. Now you have China, right? America owns China. Trillions of dollars, right?
Yes.
Ain't no way we paying back all that money.
Yeah.
You know how they're getting paid back that money? Labor, industry.
Yes. Yes.
Coming over here, they're buying cattle, they're buying land, they're buying property.
Yes.
And then we're working for companies that we think are American owned, but they're Chinese owned. So we're really slaves to Chinese owners living in America.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't take the time to understand that the true way to survive right now is to learn how to garden, learn how to raise chickens, and learn how to build, and learn how to do things with your hands to self-sustain yourself.
Absolutely.
Because society's going to be dismantled, like you said.
Yes.
It's been happening, but like pretty soon, I agree with you that brimming storm that's been kind of simmering on the horizon.
Yes.
Looking
Yes.
like it might pass or might not pass.
Yes.
It's going to hit.
Yeah, it's going to hit, man. Trust me. And when it does, there's not going to be no social media. Women or whoever's addicted to social media, they're going to go outside and they're going to be looking around like, is this part of real life or did I just watch a movie? They're going to be so confused, bro.
He's Canada.
Yeah, I'm in Canada. Ontario. Yeah, I'm in Ontario.
Ontario, okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. My girlfriend stays from Quebec.
Yeah. Yeah, Quebec is good, man. I want to take a trip to Montreal in the summertime. Once it starts to warm up a bit, I'm going to take a trip, bro. Go see my uncle out there, maybe. But yeah, this has been a good conversation. You guys take care. Keep having good conversations. And, God bless you guys. For sure.
Hey, same brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, thanks for the positive encouragement. Also, I need that
Always.
sometimes.
Always, bro. Take care, bro. Take care, lady. See, when I'm talking to people and they're having a real honest dialogue, I'm all good with that. That's all cool with me. Right? That's what you need, man. Like I said, I've been doing this my whole life, man. But anyway. What's going on?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Are you team Russia or team United States?
United States.
Which country do you think is the biggest terrorist organization in the world? Which country?
Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia?
Okay. You might be right about that. Osama bin Laden was from Saudi Arabia. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think TikTok is good for people today, or do you think TikTok is bad for people?
I don't think it's good or bad. I think it's for entertainment only. I don't think people should talk about serious things on there, to be honest. I think it's like a neutral thing.
Oh shit.
Hello. Hey. Sorry, my voice is fucked up. I just watched the Warriors game the other night, so I'm still trying to recover. But
Yeah, man, the Warriors are playing pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching the Clippers, Russell Westbrook. You know what's crazy, bro? I can shoot better than Russell Westbrook. I want to do basketball stuff, but I can literally shoot better than Russell Westbrook. It's so crazy. But I know, man, it's like your athleticism, it wanes when you get older. Things that you could do when you were like 19, you can't really do. I get it, What's going on, modern woman? What's up?
Don't worry about the next bitch that you fucking with the disease.
What's going on, man?
Hey.
Are you hooking up? Are you dating men of today? What's going on?
Why'd you come here with an attitude for?
You think that is an attitude? Really? Wow. Kick rocks. Now I have an attitude. Didn't the psychologist, the PhD, say the exact same thing? You say one wrong thing, it's so quick for them to block you. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is why they don't know good men from bad men. This is why they pick the bad men. So, ma'am, you lose once again. Actually, let me go back over to Moko. You lose once again. Let me see. Like what? Why are you coming in here with an attitude? What? Like what? You think that is an attitude? Wow. Yeah, but I would tell you, young men, don't go to no club. That guy was cool. I like him, and I think that the chick was cool too. She was quiet. She just rolling her joints, just chilling. At least she's trying to listen, and that's good too. What's going on, ma'am? She's at a club or something like that. This woman's at a club.
Leave it alone.
Oh my god.
Huh?
Bro, she don't even look like a human being. But this is all the reasons why passport bros are really deciding to walk away. They're saying, man, I'm getting my passport. I'm getting the F up out of here. What's the point? Right? You try your best to have the conversation, and they can't do it. Clearly, they can't do it. Not all, but some.
They both assault rifles. Start that. Thank you for the favorite.
Drinking.
What's up? No.
I'm curious why.
What is the difference?
I think she's in a hotel.
What does AK stand for?
And she has bullet ring, nose ring.
I don't know you.
What? Yo, I don't. Yo, I'm in the digital world. I'm on a digital streaming service, and I'm on a dating app. I'm saying hello to you, and I'm saying, hey, what's going on? But let me in so we can have a conversation. And I can't let you in because I don't know you. So how do you get to know someone? You don't? Man, listen. This is why I say it's the same shit. It's the same mindset if you go to the bars or the clubs. That's why I tell young men, don't even bother, man. Don't waste your money and time. You'd be a fool to waste your money and time, bro. Not me. You know what I'm saying? When women in this country don't have no control, there's no control to like they don't, basically, there's a high majority of women in this country, they don't respect men. Let me say it again. There's a high majority of women in this country, they just don't respect men. They don't care what a man says. They don't even care about a man's existence at this point. They really don't. They don't respect men. I learned that a long time ago. There's a high majority because they think that all men think the same because all women think the same. Boom, there it is. See how it works? Let me say that again. They think all men think the same because all women think the same, and that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't all think the same. We can think individually, but clearly you can't do that, right? Black China. Oh my God. Matter of fact, I'm gonna segue to Black China. Right? Let me go to Black China. Salute to Black China. You know? I want to read it on my live stream because I posted it on my community tab. All right? Black China is fighting God and is dissolving the fillers. The feminists will be coming for her. Black China reveals she quit degrading OnlyFans and reversed plastic surgery because God wouldn't want me doing it. As born-again Christian tells DailyMail.com how finding religion made her shred X-rated image and become whole as Angela. Black China joined OnlyFans in 2020 and was soon named top celebrity earner. The former stripper, 34, is now choosing to let God lead after her 2022 baptism. Reality star spoke exclusively to DailyMail.com about changing her life and body. Blac Chyna has candidly revealed how getting baptized and reconnecting with God inspired her dramatic physical and mental make under, which has seen her dissolving her filler, quitting her degrading OnlyFans career. So it's degrading. They're degrading themselves. Who wants to date a woman that degrades themselves? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And shredding her infamous stage name in favor of embracing her birth name. The 34-year-old reality star, who is now going by Angela White, has opened up exclusively to DailyMail.com about putting a very sudden end to her provocative online content, for which she earned $2 million in 2 years, and beginning the process of reversing all of the cosmetic work that she has done over the years. Revealing all in a candid chat, the model explained that following her baptism in May last year, she came to the realization that continuing to share very X-rated images and videos on the degrading platform was not what God will want me to do. This is Blac Chyna saying this. So you have to pick and choose what you really want to do, my guy. Right? So that's what I said. Right? I'm not doing OnlyFans anymore. I'm kind of past that. She began. It is one of those things where I did what I needed to do at the moment because of the circumstances I was in. That's a 10-minute thing. I'm gonna have to do a stream on it. I don't know. So I salute Black China. Angela continues. Besides, with me being baptized, that's just not what God will want me to do. It's kind of degrading. I've been joining OnlyFans. Said she was believed to be raking in as much as $20 million per month, although she has since claimed her earnings were closer to $1 million a year. So they lied. The former video vixen regularly treated fans to raunchy content and celebrated theme days such as Foot Freak Mondays. After initially charging subscribers $10 a month for her content, that's about average. It's about $10 a month. All right, $10 a month is about average. Or $5 a month, for this, content. She began charging a $50 per month subscription fee while also offering a 3-month package for $127.50. $127.50 and a full year's subscription for $450. Having made many a headline for the releasing such risque content, the former stripper raised eyebrows in May 2022 when she shared a video of her getting baptized in her pool while wearing all white ensemble. Then she said, born again. Okay, that talks about the baptism. She said she wants God to lead her. All right, this is her getting baptized. I mean, I think it's dope. I do. All right, adding that she now chooses to trust God in every step. All right. And then this is her quotes. I want you to read it. I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired of the same repetitive things. Remember I said doing the same thing every day, trying to get a different result is called the definition of insanity. Right? I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired of the same repetitive things. I thought, let me dig deep and see what it is that I'm doing wrong. Because obviously there's something I'm not doing right. Even if I think I am. Now I'm doing the right thing to the best of my ability so I can become whole. There she is. That's Black China. I was shocked. Says, however, she dismissed anyone who has dealt about her intentions, stating, if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But I will tell you this, there is a God. Nobody can tell you what to do with your religion or your faith or this or that. I hope that me coming out will enlighten a lot of people and inspire a lot of people. That's what she said. This was her photos. Well, I don't know. That's what Kevin says. He's born again, But who knows, man? There was another statement that she was talking about. She said, not only am I, I'll make sure. She said, not only am I doing it for myself, but then I'm also encouraging other people that's even thinking about it. The former stripper says she was stunned by the reaction of her makeup under, however, admitting she didn't think it was going to be so massive. Everybody's been really, really supportive. When I posted it, I didn't think that it was going to be so massive, she said in a decision to share the video of herself having her filler dissolved. Like, I posted at maybe 3:30 in the morning, and I was just healing from my surgery and thought, let me just post these. And then I went to sleep. I woke up, and it had blown up, but in a positive way. When I saw that, I'm like, this makes me want to even be more open and vulnerable with the people so they can see. So that's when I documented me dissolving in my face fillers in the lips. Angela has no regrets of dissolving the filler. Let's see. There was another quote here. We played that. Okay, so speaking about her reasons for getting plastic surgery procedures, Angela said that much of it boiled down to insecurity, candidly sharing. Basically, it's being insecure. As women, we want to look the best and like as fake as possible and plastic and everything needs to be perfect and this and that. But that's not normal. That comes from insecurity and different things of that sort and just being in the certain kind of life and lifestyle. So I'm kind of done with that type of lifestyle, and I just want to step into my own and own it. Good. We need more modern women to realize this. And if it takes one China, Black China at a time, that's good. I think that was it. That was the quote. I mean, you know what's crazy though? Why isn't Kim Kardashian not doing that? It's crazy, right? Or was it Courtney and Khloe? Said she wants to get into acting. I don't think that you can put a comment. But these are all the things why passport boys are accelerating to the highest degrees. Because they're like, what's the point? She's not going to be a wife anyway, so I might as well just go into another